If you want to have a mega amount of sales, you got to have a mega open house to attract a mega amount of buyers. Hi everybody, it's Tahoe Tony, and if you like the mega open house video part 1 and the mega open house video part 2 that I've done, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be providing videos like this on a regular basis to give you more tools to become a better real estate agent. And when you're a better real estate agent, you get more sales, you get more commissions, you take home more money, and you have a better lifestyle, right? Isn't that what it's all about? Excellent. So just to refresh, in the Mega Open House videos part 1 and 2, we talked about, if you've got the time, walk the neighborhood. I can't think of a better way to generate leads than to knock on someone's door and ask them for help, letting them know about the open house. You're gonna get buyer and seller leads out of that, hopefully. And the more you do, the better you get at it. Second, you want to make sure it doesn't have to be your listing for the open house. You want to make sure it's listed in the Realtor.com and Zillow and all that, so that people know about that. I know people that when they wake up in the morning, they go, let's go look at some open houses, and they see what's on the line and they go. Next, you want to put out a lot of signs, at least 15 signs. Signs like this with your name and your logo and open house, must see open house. Make sure they have straight arrows so you can put them out a mile away so that people are driving down the road at 50 miles per hour. They say, hey, there's an open house. Do we have time to go to open house? If you just put that on the corner, they're going to drive by that, and they're probably not going to want to turn around and go see your open house. So lots of signs. The morning of, you want to do a Facebook live video. Hey, there's a great open house. It's a must-see open house. You got to come down. It's a 1, 2, 3 tiner. Check it out. It's got 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and this awesome panoramic lake view. Check this out. I'll be here till 3 o'clock. Tahoe Tony, looking forward to seeing you down here. Tease them. Don't show them the whole house. Obviously, if the house has a beautiful swimming pool or an amazing panoramic lake view or something like this incredible wine cellar, the coolest wine cellar you've ever seen, do it there. Don't walk to the house. Keep it as a teaser. Now, once you're doing the open house, don't rush the door when people come in. Invest in the little clipboards, get your little fill-in sheet, ask them if they're working with an agent. If they are working with an agent, ask permission to let them know that you're going to let that agent know they're here. Don't try and sell them on your service anymore. That's very important. You got to be professional. It's going to come back many times if you're professional, if you do the right thing. And then find out their price range and try and build rapport with them. Don't swarm on them like a helicopter, but just build rapport as you walk through the house. And then if you can give them a little gift at the end, something to remember you by, especially if they don't want to give you any information, but you feel like they're ready to buy and they want to work with you, that's a great time to give them a gift. So what are the 2 things that I teased you about in the last video that going to make you stand out and make you stand out as a realtor who not only stands out as a realtor, thinks outside of the box, but can sell any house in town? So this is what I have. This came directly from Brent Gove. A little preface on this. So when I hold an open house, if it's a vacant house, there's no table in there, I'll either go on the kitchen counter or I'll bring my own table. I got a little blue thing that goes over it. I got it on the internet. It's like $49. It's blue color of my company. I have a Tahoe Tony banner that goes over the top of that, and I'll have the flyers for the house. I try and print out nice flyers with my contact information. Don't use the listing agents. That's not going to help you. Next to that, a lot of times I live in a resort town, so people coming out of town, I have something from the title company, a relocation guide, and then a map of the town. So if I'm pointing out different areas to people, that's very helpful. Then, and this is what I'm talking about here, next to this house, I'll print out 10 flyers of 10 other houses in town. And the reason I do this is because I'm trying to make the point to those buyers. Remember, those buyers think you're here to sell this house. And a lot of people think that's all you can do. Now, you're here, hopefully, if you could sell that house, that's awesome. I've done it twice in 25 years. It doesn't happen very often. But if you could sell any house in town to these people, it's going to increase your odds to make a sale, and that's what we want to do. So what I do is I pick out 10 other homes in town. Say this house is like a, $1.5 million. I'll go up $1 million and pick out a few houses there, a few houses in this price range of the house I'm showing, that I'm opening, but with different features. Like if this house has a 2-car garage, I'll find a house with a 3-car garage. If this house doesn't have a lake view, I'll try and find one that has a lake view with very similar price. And then I'll go for some houses that are priced less, maybe smaller. Because a lot of times, remember, these people are just coming to the house. They may not know what the price is yet. They might have just been following your 15 signs. So this house, they may not want to say, hey, we can't afford this house, or we're not comfortable with this house. So give them an option. But I don't just print out flyers. This is what I do. Can you see this? What have I done? I've crossed out the price. The list house on this price is $2,345,000. I've crossed that out, and then I put in big numbers. Now remember, a lot of us can't see without reading glasses, so you want to make it big and very visible. And a lot of people won't tell you I can't read that. They'll just go, oh, whatever. So put it in big numbers. I put the new price, $2,225,000. And the reason I do this, people ask, what is that? Did they reduce the price? The buyer will ask that. I'm like, no. If I was representing you to buy this house, this is what I would recommend you put the offer in at. They'd be like, what? Now, why do I do that? Remember, I'm trying to get them to realize that they can buy any house in town and use me as their agent, and that I'm willing to work with them and willing to negotiate for them. And so that's gonna put me up on a higher pedestal than a lot of the other agents in town. So this is gonna make you stand out, because I'm pretty sure no other agent in town is doing this. Most agents are thinking about this house, and we're gonna get a buyer for this house. Now, I want you to think, I'm gonna get a buyer, I'm gonna be generating leads for any house in the state, basically. Hopefully it's in your area, but you do this. Now, I like to find out if this house is easy to show. If it's easy to show, if it's vacant, and I've already called the listing and said, hey, somebody might be coming to town, I might want to show your house, can I pop in there? And they'll say, yeah, go ahead, it's on lockbox, go ahead. Obviously, if there's people in there, you can't do that. But if the people out of town, you know that you can. You get their permission already. So I try and get houses that stand out, they're nice, they're priced well, even though I still want to drop the price a little bit to get the attention of the buyers coming in there. But I want to get houses that are going to look good, that are going to show well. Or, there might be one dump and they're like, well, if you really want to fix something up, this is a great one. There's a lot of equity in this. Put a little sweat equity in there and you're going to have a beautiful house, for $500,000 less than all your neighbors. You can do that too. Sometimes that works if you get the right people. But this really, really makes you stand out. It's going to let them know they're willing to work for you, and that you can show them not just the house we're standing in, but there's 10 other houses we can see. Now, I say, hey, Pat, Chris, I think you're really going to like this house. You were talking about that garage in this house is too small. So that garage in this house is 3-car garage. Allow you to put that extra car in there. Do you want to go see this house? Because this open house ends at 3. I can meet you there at 3:20. Will that work for you? Now, don't push it any further. Let them answer. Let them tell you if they're comfortable. Remember, you might be working with a couple of people. If they say yes, that's great. Obviously, you set that up. If not, you say, I understand if you've got plans this afternoon. I've got time early in the morning or later in the afternoon. I could do it between 9 and 10 or 1 and 2. Will that work for you? No. Okay, so now I've pushed twice. They pushed back. That's all right. I'll let them know, hey, I've got your email. I really think you want to see this house. I can send you the flyer on from information on it, or push again at what time does work for you. Just try and make it work. Whatever. You've got to use your intuition at this point. Don't be too pushy, because remember, you're working for them, and let them know, hey, Pat, Chris, I work for you, so whenever it's convenient for you, just let me know and I'll make it work in my schedule, okay? So you've got 10 flyers there. You're showing them you're going to work for them. They should be very excited at this point, because you just stood out among all the other realtors that are doing open houses that day, and possibly every other realtor that they've seen in an open house. Kudos to you. Excellent. So the next one, now this one I don't use very often. I only use it on special clients. Someone that I've walked through the house with them. I have a really good feeling they want to buy, but they're just not willing to commit to me yet, or they're not willing to commit, or maybe one spouse wants to commit and the other one doesn't, or whatever the situation, they're not there yet. I don't have them committed to working with me. Now, this is what I do for clients that are like buying in the $3 to $4 million range. They popped into this house. Remember, I've asked them if they're working with an agent. So if they say no, then I know they're fair game. And I'm going to show them that I'm going to provide them the best real estate experience for them ever. And I'm very passionate about this. I love finding the dream home for my buyers. I love getting them their dream home that they're going to be so happy in. And I'll say, hey, Pat and Chris, you know, when your two girls come home from college, they're going to love visiting in this house in Tahoe. I mean, who doesn't want to come to Tahoe in the summertime when school's out? They're going to love it. And that backyard, your dogs are going to love that. So, you know, if this isn't the right house for you, I understand. There's other houses I can show you. And I really like you. I really want to work with you. And to show you that, I'm going to give you my valued client certificate. Now, if you can see that, there's $1,000 on there. And it's got a place for their name, so Pat and Chris, and the date, and I sign it, and it reads like this. I appreciate your business and trust in me. As a valued client, the next time you use my professional real estate services to buy or sell a home, you will be rewarded with $1,000 credit at close of escrow. It is my way of saying thank you. And then I put my contact information, my logo, and my brokerage on there. Now, what is this going to do? Is any other agent doing that? Any other agent have a valued client certificate? I doubt it. Why? Because they might not know about it. They might not think about it. I don't know exactly why. But I've used this before to get people into my camp, basically. Like I said, I don't use this all the time. It's my ace in the hole when I just need that little extra edge to get somebody to work with me. So keep this in your back pocket. Do you have to offer $1,000? Absolutely not. If I was looking, I had like a house or $600,000 or $800,000, I'd probably do a $500,000 credit. $500 credit, not a $500 credit at close of escrow. Now, because it's a credit at close of escrow, it is legal. It's not a RESPA violation. So I offer this to them. Hopefully they have a smile on their face at the time. I roll it up. And I'm letting them talk. I'm trying to get more information on them. I might tie a little ribbon around there. I've got the Tahoe 20 mug. I put it in there and say, hey, don't lose this. This is $1,000. Hopefully that gets them over into my camp. Again, this is just for the very special clients. I build relationships with my clients. When they're in town, at least once a week, I'm going to lunch with a client, or we're going to dinner, or we'll go to a concert in town. As I build up more rapport and relationship with them, we're going to concerts. I've traveled with clients. I've traveled internationally with clients. And why? Well, because they're really cool people and they do great things. But I'm building that relationship with them. And trust me, if you're traveling with somebody, there's a really good chance when they go to buy or sell a house, they're going to use you. So, and I don't do that just for, because they use me in real estate. I mean, they're fun people. I like hanging out with them, but I build that relationship, and that helps in the long run. So after many, many years, people are calling me now. I don't have to do a ton of marketing because I've built these relationships with my clients. So it's a great way to meet great clients. If you feel like you can get a connection with them, you just need that little extra edge, I highly recommend the Valued Client Certificate. It works really well. But this, hopefully, with the new price, I'm going to negotiate for you. It's not a trick, but a technique. You're going to get them in your camp already, all right? So 2 more great tools for you to use in your tool bag to create value for you as a realtor. I'm super excited you watched Mega Open House Part 3. This is the last one. Hopefully you've got this down now. So go out there, hold some mega open houses, get some buyers, get some sales, get more commissions, bring home some money, and live a better life. And that's what I want for you. I'm invested in your success. And if you appreciate that, you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel here. I'm going to be providing more videos to give you more tools so you can be a better agent. And I really want to support you in this. So thank you so much. Tahoe Tony checking out.